Before he wore the laurel wreath of a dictator, before he crossed the Rubicon, before his name echoed through history, Julius Caesar was a bold, ambitious young Roman with a fire that no one yet recognized. But one incident would shape him into the legend he would become. It didn't take place in the Senate or on a battlefield, but on the open seas at the hands of pirates. In 75 BCE, Caesar was only 25 years old. Recently widowed and politically out of favor, he decided to travel to Rhodes to study rhetoric with a renowned teacher. On his way across the Aegean Sea, disaster struck. Near the island of Pharmacusa, his ship was boarded by Cilician pirates, a notorious group who made their fortune by capturing and ransoming wealthy Romans. Caesar was taken prisoner. They demanded a ransom of 20 talents of silver, a small fortune. But Caesar, even in chains, laughed in their faces. "Do you even know who I am?" he scoffed. "I'm worth at least 50 talents. The pirates were amused. They thought he was either mad or arrogantly deluded, but they agreed. While his companions were sent to gather the money, Caesar spent the next 38 days as a captive among the pirates. But rather than cower or plead, he treated them more like subordinates than captors. He insisted they listen to his speeches and poetry and scolded them for not appreciating his talent. When they laughed too hard at his jokes or ignored him, he called them ignorant and uncultured. He also warned them over and over again that once he was free, he would return to crucify every last one of them. The pirates laughed. They shouldn't have. Once the ransom was paid, Caesar was released near the city of Miletus. Most men would have considered themselves lucky and moved on. But Caesar wasn't most men. He immediately raised a small fleet, commandeered some troops, and set sail to hunt down his former captors. Within weeks, he tracked them down. Caught off guard and unprepared for retaliation, the pirates surrendered. They were taken to Pergamon, where the local governor hesitated to punish them, possibly hoping for bribes. Caesar had no patience for delay. Without official approval, he took matters into his own hands. He ordered the pirates crucified, just as he had promised. However, in a gesture of mercy rare for Rome and rarer still for Caesar, he ordered their throats slit before the crucifixion began, to spare them prolonged suffering. Even in vengeance, Caesar displayed a kind of twisted dignity. This episode, while small in the grand sweep of Caesar's life, is telling. It showcases the qualities that would define him: fearlessness, charisma, arrogance, and a ruthless will to act when others hesitated. He was not yet a general nor a politician of power, but he already carried the aura of someone who would bend the world to his will. Years later, when Caesar marched on Rome and crossed the Rubicon, the Senate remembered the man who once hunted down his own kidnappers. His enemies should have seen it then. Julius Caesar was not a man to threaten or underestimate. He never forgot an insult. He never backed down. Even the pirates learned that too late.